Good afternoon and happy Friday. I'm Alexia Williams. We thank you for joining us. It's time for your top 4 at 4. Virginia Senator Tim Kaine says that the U.S. war in Iran is both illegal and dangerous, again arguing that Congress never even authorized that conflict in the first place. And he warns that that could also drive up more energy prices and prolong military deployments for Virginia's service members. And now with an eye on entertainment, Steven Spielberg and Alien movies go way, way back. Close Encounters, E.T., War of the Worlds. Now the iconic director is returning to the genre. The trial of the former assistant principal at a Virginia school where a 6-year-old boy shot his teacher all started today. Waymo, more like Wayno, the company announcing that it's now suspending services on freeways all across our country. And also, they're now pausing their operations in Atlanta. Tonight, local Iranians here in central Virginia weighing in on the ongoing war in Iran, with some saying that U.S. strikes against the regime are long overdue. Automaker Stellantis says that it's shifting gears, planning to introduce more affordable vehicles as economic pressures continue to impact its customers. And on to a developing story now. We're keeping a very close eye on several brush fires out there burning across central Virginia. And here's a look from earlier today at one of them, causing traffic issues on US 250 East in Albemarle County. Memorial Day weekend marks the unofficial kickoff to summer, and for many people, including myself, it means grill season. But if you're planning a cookout this summer, you might want to brace yourself for some sticker shock because meat prices are way, way up. According to this 300-page filing, Craig Kent says that attorneys Gladstone Jones, Lynn Swanson, and Les Bowers published a 26-page report outlining serious allegations against him. And we've just learned today that the fatal victim in that attack was a Charlottesville high school graduate. Meanwhile, an explosive-filled vehicle rammed into a synagogue in Michigan in what is now being described by the FBI as a targeted attack of violence against the Jewish community. The housing program now looking at what worked, what didn't, and what happens as the seasons change. Social media use disorder isn't classified as a mental condition yet, but experts say that more and more evidence is mounting about the impact that social media has on mental health, especially the mental health of children and teenagers. Republicans pushing back on President Donald Trump's nearly $2 billion fund to reimburse anyone who claims that they were wronged by the Biden administration. Police say that 5th grade teacher Nicholas Clark, who works at Woodbrook Elementary School, now facing 1 count of possessing child pornography and another count of distributing child pornography. This year is the 250th anniversary of the United States Declaration of Independence. CBS 19 News is getting a very special look at Monticello's guided experience. Well, if you need some plans for this Saturday, Boar's Head Resort has you covered because they're hosting their annual Blues, Brews, and Barbecue event. As millions of Virginians hit the road for this Memorial Day weekend, the cost to fill up is hitting drivers hard. But even with the gas prices climbing, Charlottesville tourism leaders say that visitors are still making that trip regardless. Virginia Senator Mark Warner raising concerns about the direction of the U.S. conflict with Iran. UVA's graduation was this past weekend, and you're probably wondering, what do they do with all of those leftover balloons? The Botanical Garden of the Piedmont is receiving a huge grant that will help it get one step closer to its end goal. Who really benefits from billions of dollars in tax breaks for data centers? And one local radio station playing country music for a good cause.
Can I get a Texas size yeehaw?
Yeehaw! All right, Alex, thank you so much. We do have freezing rain that is falling right now, making these conditions even worse on top of the snow and the sleet that we've already had. Another big issue is snowcrete. So take a listen to this. That is frozen solid. It's really hard to walk out here, even harder to drive in these conditions. It's on average in the low 20s right now, and it's going to continue to drop. Our lows are going to be in the single digits. So please stay safe, stay indoors, stay warm. Just don't drive on these roads. Don't come outside. It's cold. I don't want to be out here. You shouldn't be out here. Live in Albemarle County, Alexia Williams, CBS 19 News. Albemarle County Police have been telling me is that there were reports of a suspect with a weapon, and they were telling everyone to avoid the scene. However, just seconds ago, I believe that we just got the all clear for the area. Now, this is still under investigation. Police are still here currently on the scene. We are trying to learn more details about what all is going on, but for some moviegoers who are here tonight, you know, they were told by police to get out immediately, to evacuate the scene, and to get far away from the theater. As you can see, there is a fire right behind me. Now, they are trying to put out this blaze. Both the homeowners in this community as well as Albemarle County Fire Rescue Squad are out here diligently putting out this blaze. As you can see, still really windy conditions out here. Lots of smoke, still some fresh blazes that are currently moving along. Now, what I was told is that they are trying to build a line right here, rake a line, if you will, getting all the leaves out of this area right here so that the fire can stop spreading. What I was just told is that Albemarle County Rescue Squad, as well as some of the residents in this area, are heading up the mountain right over there. As you can see, someone is already trying to put out the blazes right there. Hey, Dan and Cassidy, that's right. I'm not exactly on the tarmac. I'm actually in a parking lot here at the Charlottesville Albemarle Airport. We did just see Air Force One come down and make its official landing here in Charlottesville. It was a very surreal moment seeing that big plane come down and land with the president being on it. We have his Ospreys out here right behind me, as well as a ton of Secret Service members who are waiting for the president's arrival to get off of the plane and to go out to his winery, Trump Winery, tonight, where he will then be hosting a fundraiser as well as having a roundtable discussion with MAGA Incorporated tonight. Right behind me is the intersection of Putt-Putt Lane and Mulside Forest Court. Now, this is a very busy school bus intersection with a drop-off and pickup happening. And just since we've gotten here alone, we've seen at least 6 school buses from Albemarle County Public Schools. And what the principal said earlier today is that an ICE arrest did happen here and students did witness it. As you can see behind me, a lot of students came out, left flowers, candles, notes, prayers, posters, anything that they could to help remember these victims that happened at last night's shooting at 10 p.m. The 3 victims were shot and killed, 2 others injured. From flying above in our skies to touching down on our aircraft carriers, this is what the Navy is all about.
So outside of work, I fish a lot, so I just always like being on the water.
For those that call the U.S. Navy home, it's a path less traveled, an answer to a call, and a way to give back to their country.
I think it's a privilege to be able to represent like a state or a country. So
to take part of something bigger than you are, then it just makes you almost like a better person.
Inspiring the next generation of leaders.
It's a great honor, I'd say. And then I think it's pretty cool that when you kind of do this kind of job, you kind of can be like a role model. Like, for me, like another role model I have is like a friend's dad who was also a pilot. So it's like pretty cool to maybe be like that for someone else.
For some, joining the Navy was a way to explore the world.
Where all have you been able to travel to?
Outside the U.S., I've been to France, Thailand, Singapore, Dubai, Bahrain. Hoping to do a little bit more of like a Europe kind of thing.
For others, a family calling.
My grandfather was in the Navy, and then my dad worked for the Navy on MSC ships, so it seemed like the Navy was kind of just the right decision at the time.
An opportunity to fulfill a lifelong dream.
Honestly, I just really wanted to fly, and I'm sure everyone else has said the same thing, but I found that joining the military was the most direct option to do it, and it also provided flying opportunities that you wouldn't be able to get anywhere in the civilian world.
No matter their journey to the Navy, their story of life underway is one full of adventure, service, and sacrifice.
I kind of saw the military as kind of a way to do something bigger than myself and still kind of do that dream of flying as well. I think it also gives you a little bit of self-fulfillment too, not choosing the easy route, doing something a little bit difficult.
Heroes walking our ships and protecting our nation. Sharing their stories at sea. For Life Underway, Alexia Williams, CBS 19 News.
We've already received separation letters from MACA Head Start, but we never really received a clear-cut answer on what was happening.
Lots of complaining and nothing done.
These are the voices of current and former teachers at MACA Head Start who wish to remain anonymous. They're now trying to figure out what's next as teachers funded by the grant will be released from employment on March 31st.
Probably have about 46 employees that will be affected.
MACA Head Start is a free program that's federally funded and designed to help low-income families with affordable early childhood development programs. They provide free schooling, 2 meals, a snack, and sometimes transportation. In a statement to CBS 19, back in January, the MACA Board of Directors decided to relinquish the grants, saying in part, quote, "In light of changes in the education sector we have seen since the pandemic, we determined that the current grant's funding does not allow us to serve the number of children we are obligated to serve in a manner that is likely to be successful." According to employees, MACA Head Start has seen a steep decline in teachers since COVID-19.
A lot of the key people that we need for our program to run efficiently have left, and those positions were never filled. We found out in February that they were relinquishing the grant and continually asked us not to inform parents, and so we kept pushing and pushing and pushing to finally get a letter out to the parents to say that a new agency was going to be taken over.
That letter not sent out to parents until March 5th. Starting April 1st, the Community Development Institute, also known as CDI, will take over MACA Head Start as an interim management. This is the only one in Virginia that's having this happen, one of 15 other locations across the country. Current employees can work for CDI, but say that they can't afford it.
So we do have the option to transition over to CDI, but the pay is so low that most of us cannot afford to move over to CDI.
The Labor Department said that they do not have to offer a severance package if they don't want, so there's no severance package being given to the employees. They are going to be in a bind when it comes to being able to pay bills, to get groceries, to pay their rent.
Hi, my name is Alexia Williams. I contacted the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services that oversees Head Start, but have not yet heard back. I also contacted CDI and was told no comment.
Hi everyone, I'm Alexia Williams.
And I'm Jeff Zindrin.
And we are here live at King's Dominion on the brand new roller coaster called Ratira. Now, Jeff, kind of tell me a little bit about what we're going to expect here in a couple of seconds.
Well, we're about to take a ride on the world's tallest and longest launch wing coaster. It's got a top speed of 65 miles an hour. We're going to go 145 feet in the air, and there's 3 inversions.
Okay, do you mind if I scream the whole time?
That's the preferred way to ride.
Perfect, because that's what I'll be doing. I am so excited to do this and to have it live for everyone, and also to have you kind of telling us a little bit more about what people who come to King's Dominion can expect to see, feel, experience on this. So kind of tell me a little bit about this roller coaster.
The first thing is a 65-mile-per-hour launch, 145 feet over the midway. Scream! All right, now we go to our inversion. It's our first one, a dive loop. Heading back out towards the midway, we got our S-turns. Are you still with me over there?
Barely. I'm barely here, but I am loving it. This is so smooth and so fun, and there's really so many different things to do.
Second inversion corkscrew, and here comes the airtime hill out of the seat. Whoa! Last inversion barrel roll, hanging out upside down. Oh man!
Now, this truly is a roller roller coaster for everyone. Take us through a little bit about, you know, the people that might ride this as their very first roller coaster.
Yeah, so the minimum height to ride is you have to be 48 inches tall, which it puts us right in that first rider range. It's a great coaster for new riders, beginner riders, and we hope to see everybody when we open up on March 29th.
Yeah, and it's a 50th anniversary, so a big celebration all year long. Come check out Kings Dominion's Rapterra and, you know, conquer the skies. Thank you so much, Jeff.